I am determined. I always aspire for what is best. I have flaws and I believe that I am in a universe of discovery. Growing was never easy for me. It was a challenge overcoming bullying because of how I speak. But instead of feeling blue, I have used it as an advantage in giving myself a better view of what is in store for me. I am passionate about the environment and I always find time to go places to see wonders that will energize me to get going. Right now, I am at the peak of finding out where I am really good at because as we grow and age, we already want to be acknowledged for the things that we are good at. Many would say that I can be too much at times because of how I present myself, but I find it okay thinking that my identity is what makes me who I am, and my intention is not to cause anyone harm, but to just make a clear cut about my stand. And I am sensitive enough to not degrade someone's ideal just because I think mine is better. I am soft-hearted, competitive, and aggressive, yet I believe in the mantra of humility and solidarity. Words from Arthur Joshua Rodriguez, also known as Yoshi, a graduate of Mass Communication, major in Broadcasting at Western Mindanao State University in the year 2016. When he was little, he wanted to become a doctor, thinking that he can help a lot through his medical service. But he has realized that helping others is not about a specific field of expertise. Rather, it's about the drive to make things happen. The highlight of his high school years was when he was able to go to the United States of America and Norway to share his leadership journey as a Filipino and as a Zamboangueño in an international arena of students. About taking up mass communication major in broadcasting.
So after graduating in high school, I was in a crisis as to what do I really want to achieve at the end of the day. So I remember going to WIMSU searching for different courses available, and at that time, I remember that I also had my interview for food tech, for chemistry, for biology. But what was funny was when I got inside the mass communications department, because that was the time where I was really clueless about how the industry works. But I remember that the biggest triggering factor why I decided to take up mass communication was Mama Kashar. Because after the interview, she tapped my shoulder and asked me, "What's your plan in life?" And I felt like the clouds suddenly opened, and I felt like, okay, this is it. I think I'm gonna take up mass communications, even if I was really clueless about it. But nonetheless, I think the journey was overwhelming. It was fun learning from different people of different attitude and perspective. Right now, what I could think about whenever I look back to the journey of finding my course is that when you go out in the industry, you should find something that would give you happiness. And the fact that you have to discover more of yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you are going to choose something that is not going to bring you happiness, you'll end up miserable, you'll end up unhappy. But if you go to something that you are open in trying, then I think it will bring you to different kind of places. And mass communication is really a variety of creativity. It's not just about sitting down there writing news or standing up documenting films. It's about unleashing the creativity in you, because mass communication is really about you and how you would want to make a difference through camera or through your pen.
He received recognitions like Young Peace Waiver Award, Golden Crescent for Leadership Award, Journalism Award, Dean's Lister, and 5 Outstanding Zamboangueño Young Leaders of 2016. He looked back at his life and he feel that he is bound to surpass a hill-like challenge that will eventually tell him that he is already successful in his endeavors in life. He is currently working as a scriptwriter and video editor under Mayor Beng Climaco at the Public Information Office of Zamboanga City Hall. His message for the mass communication students.
For the broadcasting students, I think my challenge with you is to make a clear cut as to what your stand really is. Do not be afraid to make your voice heard, because all these things you've put together could really create an impact to the society that we're living right now, the technological society, because social media, for example, becomes an avenue of making or breaking a certain individual or an institution. So that's the challenge with you. I want you to think about what you could do to help make a difference, and through that, I want you to reflect and to look forward as to what you really want at the end of the day, because mass communications is just the beginning of the crazy world out there. Trust me, I know.
His message to his mentor.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the following people who really nourished me to be who I am today. Sir Butch, Sir Be, Ma'am Julie, Ma'am Leia. These are the 4 pillars who really gave their very best to encourage us to also do our very best. Perhaps people are wondering why we have survived mass communications despite of all the rumors about how crucial the life is. I think the secret is that when you do things, you do it with your heart. You do it with so much passion, because at the end of the day, everything is going to be worth it. All the sacrifices, all the sleepless nights, all the corrected papers, all the 5, all these things. Do not take it against you, but instead use it as a motivational factor for you to get going. Because I know how it feels to be in that kind of shoes, but whenever you give up, that's it. That's the end of everything. But when you don't give up, that's just the beginning. That's just the momentum that you don't have to break. Because, you know, when you give your very best, you'll just end up into a good place.